Field in Pittsburgh. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jimmy Garoppolo and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Kyle Allen and the Washington football team.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Washington football team.
Pittsburgh.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a field. And they're led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his third season from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at
the numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Washington first down.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A carry now for McKissick. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's complete to Ward. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Allen toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They're led out by their quarterback in his 7th season now from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Garoppolo looks to throw, and he finds McDonald. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 8 yards there on a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And here's Allen on 3rd down. Fighting his target, it's Ward. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
9 yards.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Allen now on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He he's sacked back around the 28. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Fame.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
5 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
33-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pierre Lewis on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run. Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Kevin Pierre Lewis.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. Garoppolo on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Steelers.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, having to prepare for just about any type of play to be called. And then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Chubb, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He was taken down by...
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run with McKesson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That third down conversion good for 23. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Scott Miller, an 8-yard pickup. First down, Washington.
On first down, Allen looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third? And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The Washington ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Allen's pass.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Washington ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 40, 20,
keep going, keep running,
10,
man.
5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you don't do I ever.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. He'll get this to Ward. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
6 at the 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Being chased out left. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
On for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Browns who are out on top. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Forced out to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Up 2nd and 11.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33, 16 yards, a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he stopped immediately there.
Nick Chubb.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo.
33.
And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. His pass caught at the 4. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. We're looking at this now. You got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to that.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thomas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Washington first down.
From the gun, Allen. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
To Logan Thomas.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and less than a yard.
the gun. Allen, quick hitter here. It's complete.
Allen's pass.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
First down, Washington.
Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Stephon Tuitt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check.
Throwing on second and long. Allen, and the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Third and long.
Now Allen throwing on third and long. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game.
The handoff to Nick Chubb.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
The 28-yard line.
56 to Mike. 56 to 21. Go ahead.
Now Chubb. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On the carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Juju Smith.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
31. Washington.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen, that one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of...
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Nick Chubb.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Brings up 7.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To throw is Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He completes this into the hands of Miller. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
A gain of 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for the...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. T.J. Watt in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Allen now operating from the gun. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Allen's pass.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all. You're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
Oh, you serious, dog?
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he finds McDonald. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to throw. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
The handoff to Nick Chubb.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Operating from the gun, Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's complete to Ward. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Allen now on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Scotty Miller, incomplete. Joe Hayden on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8.